What's up, family? I ain't been with you guys in a couple of days. I've been kind of out on a mission. I've been trying to take care of school and get things together. And today I'm gonna do a little bit something a little bit different because, excuse me, I'm not doing speaker because I have so much I gotta be doing and dealing with, and I have not been doing speaker. Anybody took the time out to watch the Grammys, and you saw all the actually nominated people who were actually nominated YouTubers, you would understand that everybody had a chance to win that night, but for some strange reason, Cardi B didn't win an award. It was a time where, back in the day, where artists would win for Best New Artist. Now, as quiet as this makes no sense, and it don't make no sense, and my take on the Grammys is why everybody are so, whipped up on when, where, and why. Well, a lot of times it has something to do with why everybody's so upset behind the Grammy thing. People are upset because they felt like, even me, I felt a little bit kind of upset because I was trying to see if Cardi B won. But see, when you first time artists, you should expect the unexpected. When Kendrick Lamar first came out, Kendrick Lamar really didn't have too much of anything for him to pull out. And I'll let Kendrick Lamar know that. But he was a good artist. And now he's starting to get his shine the way he's supposed to. Because at first Kendrick Lamar wasn't getting anything and, attention. And sometimes that can be hard for artists because he at one time said that he was trying to focus on making radio hits. And now everybody listening to Kendrick Lamar, buying his album, and he won. So big ups and big props to him. He paid his dues. Now, you got a new artist who's coming from a reality TV show who is Cardi B. Best New Artist, didn't win any awards at all. She won BET Awards last year. And let me understand, tell y'all this. Just because you won a BET Awards doesn't mean you may win several awards. Once she signed that deal with, I believe, Atlantic Records, they pretty much just, they pretty much signed her to the deal. But she didn't win a Grammy. You have to understand one thing about a Grammy. Grammys, you have to really touch numbers. And a lot of that shit is sometimes rigged, whether you have a specific genre. Now, if she would have came out with best new song or best album, right. But see, Cardi has commercial success, which is okay. But she's coming from love and hip hop. And people are really looking at it. I mean, well, she got Bodak Yellow, she got Finest, and I think Barty Cardi. Barty Cardi could have been like a radio hit, which is it's consisted of one, Bodak Yellow. So they pretty much dicked her when it came to Bodak Yellow was number one for weeks, damn near months. So they pretty much dicked her out of a Grammy. And I know it don't make sense. And you said, well, she shouldn't have won. I think she should. Because back in the day, you would see Best New Artists. Like I said in the beginning, you would see Best New Artists win awards. When Lisa Fisher sung the song Ease the Pain, and this was back in the 90s, she won for Best New Artist. I believe it was a Grammy Most people who are some of the greatest people have never even won a full Grammy. They only be nominated. So understand, even if you were a first time artist, it doesn't always mean you're going to win one because people got to actually know who you are. I mean, people know who Cardi is by now, but she signed a deal. Sometimes they'll take you to a whole another level. Now, what got me messed up was she hit records like Lauryn Hill when Lauryn Hill came in the game. Lauryn Hill won all kinds of Grammys back in 1998. But truth be told, the quicker they can get you in the game, the quicker they can throw dirt on your name. Same thing when Beyonce was hitting records. She was breaking records and doing her charts and hitting charts in the beginning. They believe Cardi is hitting records as well. But understand, she was snubbed out of a Grammy, is what I'm trying to say. So you got all of this stuff that you've been doing. Her and I believe Bruno Mars won. He won this year as well. But it wasn't Cardi B's day to win, which I think she was really pretty much snubbed from a Grammy. This is the industry for you. This is the industry for you. And then a lot of times it's pretty much hard for a black individual to come across any kind of Grammy. So my thing is, if she don't win a Grammy, we still have the American Music Awards, BET, where she won one last year when she did it with the Migos. So we still got a little bit more time. But my thing for Cardi is Cardi young, she fresh, she pretty, she hot. The industry is pretty much going to drag her down because it will chew you up and spit you out. Now, I'm hearing that she's winning multiple awards and from some other situation. I mean, for albums, but she got to understand one thing. Just because you new doesn't mean that they're going to always give you anything. But I truly believe that by her trying to get a Grammy on Grammy night, I look back in 1998 at that time when I should have been shifting for deals, but I was coming out of high school. And Lauryn Hill had won multiple Grammys that night, that time. And I look at Cardi B's success or how she didn't win anything. So a lot is different from what it was to now. You can get overnight success, but doesn't mean that they're going to give you a Grammy. You can have a hot radio urban 100 and it still won't give you a Grammy. I mean, see how the tricks and trades in the game has been played. And you may think like, well, what's she's talking about? I mean, it makes sense, but it don't make sense. What I'm saying to you all is she was snubbed out of a Grammy. And for whatever reason, she should have got, I'm going to be honest with you, her and Bruno Mars, they should have got a Grammy. I know Bruno Mars took his Grammys home, but Cardi should have got just one Grammy. But now Cardi, she needs to understand that by her being a 24-year-old, 25-year-old woman, I know she's young. She needs to understand that stop spending so much money. You've been in the industry. You're going this and this and that and that. Just because you signed a deal, you still have to understand the business. You need to know what's really going on. Just because you got number ones on the charts doesn't mean you're going to always win a Grammy. But like I said, today in 2018, it's a little bit different from when I was a teenager going into my 20s to understanding the music business. And so many people from the 90s who were nominated are just now getting their shine. Like Toni Braxton, she's just now getting nominated when she was at the Soul Train. What is it? Soul Train Awards. She was getting the Living Legend Award. So it's so many people who was getting dicked back in the day with their contracts and careers to now they're just now getting nominated, or SWV were just getting nominated because they never won anything a day in their lives. I don't even think that they even was able to get a Grammy. So a lot has changed. The old schoolers are getting their nominations now. They're getting their awards now compared to what they did when they had contracts in the 90s or late 80s or whatever. And then it's kind of hard to really master those huddles. So understand that. But y'all want me to give y'all my best opinion and what I think. I think she was just snubbed out of a Grammy. For you to have Bodak Yellow, then you coming out with Finest, and then you did all of this work for these mixtapes, you still didn't get the Grammy that you wanted. I'm looking for Cardi that night because I wasn't home. Had an emergency that day. I'm looking for her, for me to hear that she won at least one Grammy, because I'm really rooting for that girl. I'm really rooting for her because she's in my Dominican community. So I was really rooting for her, and it just made me think like, this girl put all her time into this shit and she just didn't even get a Grammy. I mean, I've seen some of the Grammy dresses. A lot of people looked amazing. People ask me, well, what you think about Little Blue Ivy? Personally, I don't go on people kids. Let's just cut it out right there. That's not even where it's at. But I will say, no child is gonna make me hush up at no award ceremony. I'm the parent and you're the child. Let's be real. I don't know what goes on in their household. That's them. But far as Cardi, she should at least one Grammy. One Grammy for Best New Artist, Best Collaboration. I don't know how they do it over there. I just go by what I see. I do know a couple of people who goes to these BET Awards and these Grammys, and they tell me it's a lot of fuckery. Trust me, when you people follow me on Facebook or you come to my page, you give me the tea. Most of some of you are y'all independent like myself, artists. So y'all go over there and y'all go see what's going on. Most of y'all get invited. It's just really sad. And then you gotta understand, just because your shit is on the Urban 100, don't mean you might get it. But this is the norm. This is the business. And my advice to Cardi is, she may not never listen to this video, but she better listen to this video. You think because they're giving you all these checks, you need to be saving up, and you need to be learning how to understand, if you don't do the money right, if you're not able to invest or see what you're spending, you're going to go through money real fast. Same with the Migos. If they're not doing what they're told and asked of, they will be losing money. Because when you're young, you spending so much money and you don't even think that you're going to go broke. But you will. You always have to have a finance and a business manager and a financial plan, so that way you won't be owing the labels anything. And you have to mind yourself what kind of deals these people are signing. So it ain't that easy. Maybe she was better off independent, like the rest of us, self-employed, trying to, when she was doing, the independent mixtapes, it was just it was getting out there. And she was doing independent. She was getting out there, handling her businesses, and people was really enjoying it, But she came from Love and Hip Hop. This stuff coming on my desk. Thank you. But she was on Love and Hip Hop. And Love and Hip Hop was a platform for her to get where she needed to be to come into the industry. But Cardi needs to understand one thing: everybody in the industry is not your friend. Uh, it's gonna be some bumpy roads, but I'm looking for Cardi B to go higher. I'm really rooting for her because I'm really looking for her